Today we're going to explain Chapter 4, the market forces of supply and demand. This chapter helps us understand why prices change over time. So we see this every day, how rent increases or how food becomes more expensive, and why prices fall during sales. First, let's understand what market is. Market is any place where buyers and sellers interact. It doesn't have to be a physical place. Online stores are also market. So as an example, we can say it's food markets and online stores. Demand shows how much of a product buyers are willing and able to buy. So the law of demand says that when prices goes down, quantity demanded increases, and when prices goes up, quantity demanded decreases. As an example, I can say that when the prices of coffee increases, less people want to buy it, and when the price of coffee decreases, more people would likely to buy this product. So we usually show demand as a demand curve. On the vertical axis we have price, and on the horizontal axis we have quantity. The demand curve slopes downward because higher prices reduce the quantity demanded. So the supply shows how much of a product sellers are willing to sell at different prices. So the law of supply says that when the price goes up, quantity supplies also goes up, and when the prices goes down, quantity supply also goes down. As an example, we can say when the price of bread increases, bakeries will sell more bread to get a profit. As you can see, it's a supply curve, and it's an upward sloping curve because higher prices encourage producers to produce more.
The supply curve and demand curve intersect is called market equilibrium. At this point, the supply curve equals to demand curve. At this point is the equilibrium price, and the quantity is the equilibrium quantity. This happens when the price above the equilibrium price, and when sellers produce more than buyers want to buy. As a result, sellers may lower their prices to get rid of excess goods. Happens when the price below the equilibrium price. Buyers want to buy more than the sellers are willing to buy. This usually pushes prices up. The curves themselves shift. Demand changes because of the income, tastes, or population. Supply can change because of the technology, production costs, and number of suppliers. Technology reduces the production costs. Supply curve also reduces production costs. The supply changes in the right side, like increases. Supply and demand in real life examples. For example, if fuel prices rise up, decreases, the price increases. Or when a smartphone is realized at high demand, can push prices up. And to conclude, prices are determined by supply and demand, and markets move toward equilibrium. This model explains real economic events. Understanding these problems can help us understanding real economic problems. Thank you for your attention.